Hello everybody, my name is Aceface and welcome back to the Z0 T6 Abyss series. We're here in a Kikimura wave, a quite strong ghosting Kikimura wave. These guys tend to be quite deadly, do a lot of DPS, but if we maneuver correctly it shouldn't be any issue whatsoever. So we'll just continue here towards these extraction nodes, try to get them with our drones. I do not want my drones to go to those Kikimuras because they're going to get slaughtered if they get in range of them. Because usually if my drones engage initially, then they're going to be really going crazy on them. The Kikimura is going to go crazy on them, so I don't want that to happen, especially considering the Kikimuras, they do so much damage. So we're going to be moving towards the subnode here. We can soon deploy our drones and have them take out these extraction nodes. There we go. Split up the drones a little bit. Get them split up a bit. Okay, now I'll move towards the bioadaptive cache here. I would want to use a little bit closer range ammo, high DPS ammunition. Problem is they're just the range outside of Conflag, and then they're sort of well within Scorch range, so it feels like a bit of a waste here. Can I please do any damage? Oh yeah, I see why. It's because they've got the Ghoster, so we're getting very short range as well with the Conflag. Okay, let's recall those drones. Get those Ghosters webbed. Good, now I'll go to the bioadaptive cache here. And we can maybe even go for Conflag. Oh, maybe a little bit too late for that now. Should go for Scorch. Lock this thing up. And have the drones go for them. Go for the bioadaptive cache. Move around a bit. Do a little bit of a side sweep here around it. Oh, you see we're taking big bodies. The problem is we're not able to kill any of them because they've got so much remote reps. Kikimura's got so much remote reps here, and it's difficult when I'm not able to do full damage to them as well. Because we're losing a significant amount of our HP just because they've ramped up to such high DPS levels. Put that Packrat down. We can maybe have our drones help us a little bit. I think it might help a tiny bit against these small Kikimuras. Oh no, look at that. This is what I'm talking about. The second you have those Kikimuras lock onto your drones, it's bye-bye drones. Already didn't replace those drones there. I'm losing so many drones. Just the second I thought, oh, you know what? Let's just deploy drones to engage, and then I just lose a drone straight away. Let's go for this one here. They're just outside web range. It's really annoying. This guy can get webbed at least. That's good. We can go for Conflag on that Drekavac. Okay, get the drones on this guy. It's a bit strange actually, because on Drekavacs I noticed they have a tendency to keep a little bit further range than this. Why are they so close? I was thinking maybe it could be that they've got a certain prefix, like starving, Vedmak, or something like that, and they maybe want to be close to be more effective with their newts, but it doesn't seem like it's the case. It could be maybe that these Damaviks are really close to us because they by default orbit really close, and they want to be close to the Damaviks to be able to remote repair. Then that could be reason. Oh, we lost another drone. They just insta-pop. I saw that guy went into structure, but then the second it went... Oh, we lost another one. We're just losing drones like it's nobody's business. So annoying. We've lost... How many did we... had 5 plus 2 to start with. Now we've got... So we lost 3 drones. We had 7, then we lost 3. That's so annoying. We even got a tracking pylon, so it should make this a bit easier. It would have been a lot more difficult if we didn't have that tracking pylon. There we go. Now for this starver. What we got here? 20 million. Okay, that's good. So even though we did lose quite a bit of drones, that ISK is going to be, or the ISK worth of drones is going to be compensated by our loot here. I don't know why I wasn't taking the loot. I just put it in a container. Are we able to reach out with Conflag here? Yes, we're able to reach out with Conflag. Let's get a bit close to that transfer conduit. Okay, next room. It was a bit of a long room because it was very difficult to take out those Kikimuras. Over 5 minutes. It's very long. had a abyssal over mine. It's also a bit of a lengthy room. Yeah, I got minus 50%. That is a contributing factor as well. Gonna snipe some of these drones on the way here. Snare clusters are the ones we want to destroy first because they're going to web us. And obviously I web the one that I'm not shooting. And then I shoot before I switch over ammunition type. Come on now. Oh, we're losing a lot of armor. Need to keep moving. We're not doing any damage to this snare cluster here. Come on now. Why am I not doing any damage? Hello? Okay, good. One of them destroyed at least. Now I've got this bioadaptive cache here. We can maybe get one volley there. Great. We're losing a lot of armor. A ton of armor is being lost. Need to keep up our speed, maybe that's why. Oh, we should have not switched over to Scorch then. Now you get Scorch for these guys here, the remote repair drones. Can we have our drones go for the extraction node? Problem is that there's so much DV automatic suppressor aggro going on. Ooh, look at that loot, 47 mil. Orbit. Orbit up close. That was such good loot. Did you see that? Those filament drops, 33 million, that's the thing. Cataclysmic, that's what gave the loot. Really great. It's not at all often I see T6 filaments dropping the T4s. Seems like that can happen from time to time. Let's recall those drones, they're getting shattered. Oh, there's barely anything left in terms of our drones. Let's go for Conflag now. He's just keeping a sweet range close to this deviant automatic suppressor. I don't know if he does take damage because these destroy drones. But I never noticed that he is taking any damage, so it could maybe be that he's got so much HP that he can't tell that it's going down. But it doesn't seem to be... I don't see any movement at all when they get close to deviant automatic suppressors, which makes me think that just the big stuff doesn't take damage on deviant automatic suppressors. It's always small stuff like small drones, and then our own drones, missiles, all the small stuff seems to take damage from deviant automatic suppressors. Keep a range 10 kilometers. Should be alright like that. Raging electric, 2 raging electrics, okay. They all come to good use. Because we're doing a ton of those raging electrics. This is where I can do product discovery. Give a good slide analysis there. Always a good thing to do if you're bored in the abyss and you have these long waves. They just sit and do nothing. With your conflag, doing max DPS. We could do more damage if we were to use our drones, but the problem is that they've got very little HP. Almost all their armor is gone. Their armor-based drones, so most of their HP is in the armor. Then also that default automatic suppressor is not making this easier. If there were Hornets or shield-based drones, it would have been easier because, especially if we had a drone bonus that gave it more HP, then you could regen their shields. And you would be able to then send them back out. Like you see, this armor is basically equivalent of like the Kildari drone's shields. That would regen because the Kildari drones have really big shields. Oh, can't shoot. And then they'll go back, so we will be able to have like a very powerful drones going back at the enemies to do more damage. We were kicked out from product discovery because we were a little bit too fast there. Let's get some more cell clusters here. These product discovery cell clusters have been going on for a while actually. In medical school I actually was doing similar kinds of stuff around that time with these flow cytometry analysis. I've forgotten most of it, but it was like in the beginning of the course of the program you do a lot of like not really like practical stuff, more like theoretical kind of lab analysis, and that was similar stuff that we were doing here then at the time in university as they did when they released Product Discovery, which was many years ago. That was when COVID was, I was about to say when COVID was released, like as if it's a game that's released, but no, it's when COVID like was the big thing. But now I hope that they release a new Product Discovery. I think it'll be both cool to have something fresh, but also that's something that's more relevant for today. grab that tractor unit. You don't want to be too fast here and get kicked again. You get some extra little side disk. Nothing crazy. Like one of these extraction nodes, basically. Every 5 minutes you get a tick. When I'm doing it like a perfect efficiency, like where I'm so fast, but just slow enough to not get banned, then I would say I get 1 million ISK every 5 minutes. But it's very hard for me to get that much, because if I go any faster, then I get banned or kicked, and if I go slower, then I go slower. I find it difficult to keep that at a regular or consistent pace. Grab that MTU. Back to the transfer conduit. Okay, MTU is in. You can keep doing some of these slides here. Okay, loose deep watcher room. These guys take a ton of time to do. But it's okay. They're pretty easy as well. But I will want to get that extraction node taken out at least. So we need to get within 60 kilometers to be able to deploy our drones. Short range default multisuppressor. Yeah, there's a short range on that thing, will rip our drones to pieces. Need to be a little bit careful there. Taking out that lucid escort like as if it's nothing. The drones they're really useful for destroying these extraction nodes, because you reach so far when you've got good drone control skills. 60 kilometers, I'm not in a ship that's at all made to use drones, but I'm still able to use 60 kilometer worth of drone damage. Stock that up and deploy our drones. Okay, let's go to this bi-adaptive cache now, and we'll try to get these extraction nodes at the same time as well. Now our drones move towards them. Just hope they don't get caught in the even automatic suppressor, because that thing will annihilate these guys within a few seconds. Short range ones do so much damage. So as soon as we see some flickering in the background, we should recall them. Okay, let's split up the drones to go for these extraction nodes. Great. Oh, they're having a hard time hitting them because of the tachyon clouds. Getting some hits in, but it's very difficult for them. I wonder if the tachyon clouds increase the speed of the mobile depots pulling stuff in. Oh, we lost a drone. We lost a drone. Just losing drones right, left and center. Okay. Get that conflag going. Launch the MTU. Very close. We'd have done this site much quicker if we weren't bothering to go for all these extraction nodes. It takes a little bit extra time, but I think it's best to extract as much loot out of each filament, because every single filament costs cash to run. We have to pay that sweet premium fee of 7-8 million for the raging electrics. But you can also argue that maybe you're running more sites, and how if you had to do like quicker sites without taking all the extraction nodes, even though it's like less efficient, you're still going to be earning more, maybe more efficient per time. I'm not sure which is better, but I think it's more worth your time to get everything out of the filament. The more expensive your ooh, that's good. No, mine was also good, just a firestorm. It's more worth your time to get as much out of each filament, the more expensive your filament is. Then you're sort of reducing the hits you're having to take by spending ISK on filaments. Keep a range on that deep watcher, 10 kilometers. Little tick there from product discovery. I wish I could shoot wrecks, because look, it's going to pull in this wreck here that is got nothing in it of value. Okay, that one is pulled in. Now for the last one that's 95 kilometers away. Coming close to the time limit actually, because we've been spending so much good time at this T4 Abyss site. Let's open up that Packrat. That was actually quite risky of me to just hold down left click and press up, because it could have been that I had selected this and I would have just jumped through left to the loot and my Packrat here, and this Packrat is worth 50 million ISK about. Look, there's nothing in here. 100k. May as well do product discovery for that kind of ISK. And that in. Keep on doing these. I am actually quite surprised in Eve that there is anything kind of activity you can do that pays worse than product discovery, because to me product discovery feels like one of the most safest ways to earn ISK, because You do not even have to undock. But I guess that it does require also some form of like skill to do, and you also it's a way to encourage players to do it, otherwise no one would do it if it wasn't worth it. But I'm just thinking about like very low tier missions are worth like nothing. Why would you ever do that if you could do this? That's why I feel like maybe those lower tier stuff could maybe be buffed a bit. Okay, so another T4 site done with 2 minutes to spare. Got some pretty dank loot actually, because we got some amazing filament drops in the middle room. 83 million ISK. Oof, we got so much good. It's like, I don't know what is going on with the loot, but these last like 10 or something runs have been so great. Or in general, it's been like the average has been so much more than we've got previously. Nothing. Suddenly we're getting so much more. Soon T4 Firestorm. That's the next stop after this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. My Zealot is just going to take a bit of a bath in this exploding extraction node over here.